Just about 20 minutes from the world-famous Las Vegas Strip is the Booze District here in Henderson, Nevada. And you're probably thinking, this is an industrial area, which it is. But there are 3 craft breweries here. There's a winery and a distillery. Let's go check it out. We're here at Craft House Brewery, which is one of 3 breweries here. We're going to take you guys inside. We're going to introduce you to Wendy Forrest, the co-owner, and sample some of this beer.
Before we get to this, and we will, trust me, let's learn a little bit about how you got started in craft brews.
Sure. So my husband and I, after we graduated UNLV, we went over to Europe, and that's where our eyes were opened and we had our craft beer aha moment. But we quickly learned through the city of Henderson that there wasn't a business license that applied to what we have here at the Booze District.
Okay.
So I became a registered lobbyist and lobbied City Council for 16 months straight. I wrote new licensing and reduced that license price substantially. But in doing that, we knew that it would open the door to build a stronger craft beer community. And our plan worked because now the Booze District has been born, and you can choose everything from spirits and wine and beer all within walking distance of one another.
So, well, I'm sure you guys are ready to learn what we have going on in here. So can you just walk us through this delicious little sample here?
So see the first one here. This is Silver State. It's our blonde ale. It is our best-selling beer. With it being a blonde ale, it's going to have nice round notes, not really challenge your palate too much.
So we have the blonde.
Yes.
And then next to it.
The second beer is one of our year-round, and that is a sour beer, and it's called Zitrone. So it's a traditional German beer style. Zitrone just means lemon in German, so it utilizes lemon, toasted coriander, and a little bit of salt in there. In the middle, I would call it our wild card. We like to play with our beer because beer should be fun, and that is called QQ. So that's a nod to boba drinks that have originated in Taiwan, and that utilizes real red dragon fruit puree. And we also incorporated 180 pounds of boba tapioca pearls while we were brewing it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then it gets a little bit darker now.
It does. So the next one is Bellegarde. That's our cold brew coffee stout. So we wanted our coffee stout to lay lightly on the palate. So we've partnered with a local coffee roaster, and we utilize their beans, and we use a cold brew process on that one.
Okay.
And then the last one is Cuckoo. It's a nod to our cuckoo clocks.
So we have QQ,
And yes.
QQ, and Cuckoo.
Yes.
Okay.
We have to ask for clarification when somebody orders it now, because sometimes they get
Well, the more that you
swapped.
have,
Yes.
they might be a little slurred.
Yes, yes. So Cuckoo is a Munich Dunkel lager. So Dunkel just means dark in German.
Okay.
And with it being a lager yeast, it's going to finish more minerally and not heavy on the palate.
Well, cheers.
Just take a sip.
Let's see, this is a boba. This is dangerous. This is really refreshing.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
That went into it.
You can slam this, by the way.
You can. It's your
you
beer.
Can slam.
We're here at the Vegas Valley Winery. We're going to take you guys inside. We're going to introduce you to co-owner Mike and show you everything that's going on in here.
So now we're here in your tasting room, right?
Correct, yes.
So let's talk about the tasting room a little bit.
Okay.
What can people expect when they come in?
Well, it's not a typical tasting room. We're a tasting room / wine lounge.
Okay.
So you can actually come in and you can sit down and do a tasting but we're also kind of a wine lounge to where you can come in after work, sit down, enjoy a glass of wine, and just enjoy yourself and kind of socialize.
You guys do speed dating.
One of the many events that we do host here at the winery, speed dating, we do booze yoga. So we have live music Friday, Saturday in the tasting room. Sometimes we have larger events in the back as far as music in the winery, on the winery floor. Wine and paint, anything that we can think of, we'll be entertained here.
I love the concept. I love that you guys made history here.
Yeah, well, we were the first and currently the only, I believe, winery in the Las Vegas Valley. We've also set a couple of other firsts in the state of Nevada. We were the first to release a commercial hard apple cider as well.
Okay.
Behind that wall, we have our production facility, and back there also is the Great Expectations in Nevada School of Winemaking. You can come in and produce your own barrel of wine. So you and a group of friends, family, co-workers can come here and actually make a barrel of wine from grapes all the way through bottling. And there's 4 steps, and it typically takes about 9 months.
Okay.
So it's very, very hands-on for you as a customer, and you get to participate in each and every step of the winemaking process.
I'm sure our audience, just like I am, are curious to understand what are these different wines that you have back here?
So today we're looking at, we have what we call our mist. It's a muscat, so it's one of our sweeter wines that we carry. We try to have a little bit for everyone, something for everyone. So followed up by our Rosa Seco, which is our dry rosé. It's made with the Sangiovese grape.
This one I know, that says Zinfandel. I've seen that before.
That's
Okay.
pretty self-explanatory. That's from Paso Robles. We have a nice Sauvignon Blanc here. Our La Casa Cuvée translates to house red. It's a blend that we produce. And then we have our Subtle Blonde, which is a Riesling, so it's semi-sweet. So it also kind of tailors towards the sweeter palate.
But you guys have snacks as well, right?
Yes, correct. So we have a nice charcuterie board that has meats and cheeses on it, as well as we do a 9 and a 12-inch pizza in-house. So yeah, so we got a little something to snack on.
Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome to the Las Vegas Distillery, Nevada's first craft distillery and whiskey maker. And best thing about this place, it's right outside the Las Vegas Strip. Let's go inside.
Thank you for coming.
Well, we heard all about your place, and there's a couple things that you guys are known for that nobody else can say here in Nevada.
Yes.
You want to share some of that?
We are the first distillery here in Las Vegas. We make our own whiskey, vodka, gin, liquors.
Where we are here, just so the viewers at home and everybody knows kind of what to expect when they walk in, this is the tasting.
This is the tasting room, yes. And this is where you can sample all our products. So we are a craft distillery, which means that everything what we make, we have to make here. We are not allowed to bring in any alcohol from outside. So that's why we make quite a variety. So we have our vodka, our gin, we have regular gin, and we have a wine barrel-aged gin, Zinfandel wine barrel-aged gin.
Wow.
Then we have our moonshine.
You can't come to Vegas. And we're going to talk about that moonshine here in a second.
That's 100 proof. And then we have our whiskeys. Currently we have a bourbon, millet whiskey, 7-grain whiskeys, and rumsky.
Now, these are all your own recipes,
Yes,
correct?
all our own recipes.
Oh.
Of course, we have a bourbon. Bourbon is, this was Nevada's first bourbon. Yes, that's why it's 150, because it was Nevada's official bourbon on its birthday 4 years ago.
That is awesome.
It is.
That's really cool. I mean, this is something that somebody has to come here to try.
To try it, exactly. And then we have, of course, we have our signature recipes, the 7-grain whiskeys, which is made from 7 different grains. And then rumsky. Rumsky is our specialty spirit. We created with my husband. It's half-fermented molasses, which is rum-based, and half-fermented 7-grain whiskey mash. And then we distill them together. And from rum and whiskey came rumsky.
I love it. That's the one we were speaking about earlier.
Would you like to try it?
Absolutely.
You tell me, how is it?
Yes. Let's see. Do you say cheers at a...
Cheers.
Cheers. Okay, cheers. Cheers.
Cheers to you.
You take the bottle.
Yes, I take the bottle.
That is delicious. That's really strong. I have to try that moonshine.
Moonshine, apple pie moonshine. So apple pie moonshine is very a favorite, of the people, because compared to the moonshine, which is just pure alcohol, this is flavored. So the flavored moonshine, it's a little bit more enjoyable.
It's not as scary
Yes.
as what you would think moonshine is. This is really kind of sweet and smooth.
Yes. Our distillery, and I'm gonna pass you off to Claudia, because she is our expert,
It's not because I didn't drink the hard stuff,
No,
is it?
no.
Okay.
You will
good.
still have time to do that.
Hi.
Welcome.
So this is where it all happens. Everything that we're sampling back there starts here.
We like to experiment with grains, so there's different combinations that sometimes we keep a sample of.
Okay.
We also see some of the herbals that we use for our gin, which is very different than other gins. We have a gin that tastes like the desert. So like I said, we like to experiment.
You guys back at home, next time you're on the 9th Island, make sure you check out the Las Vegas Distillery. You will not be disappointed. hours a day, 7 days a week, in a city that never sleeps, Ninth Island Connection will take you there. You won't want to miss a beat as we give you a sneak peek inside the biggest, best, and most outrageous hotspots, both on and off the strip. Be sure to tune in to Ninth Island Connection with Sebastian Rodriguez every week. Great people, great stories, great connections, only on Ninth Island Connection.